Hey everyone, it's Kai, and it is Tuesday, and today was supposed to be the bigger Bushiroad stream, and it was. We got a lot of information regarding wrestling and local events happening in Japan, so that's a good thing, but we also got a lot of card reveals. So first off, we are looking at the starter deck 6 illustration. Last time we saw just this little pretty lady here, right? Your Babu Sagara, right? Just her. But now we get to see maybe the entire illustration. Maybe these are the ride lines, we don't know. So on the left we've got the Hoen no Tsurugi, pretty V, and this is a sword, like a sword of flames. And then we got the Hoen no Tate, Swayambu. So this is the shield of flames, I guess. So I guess it seems kind of interesting. Maybe there's an equip mechanic. Maybe these don't attack or something, or you know, it could be anything. It could be anything. But it's looking pretty slick, right? Next, we got some new promo cards, and these are getting released not just from a promo pack. They're coming out later as well. So don't fret. These won't be like the V ones. So this one is for Dragon Empire. So Regard Circle once per turn. Counterblast 1 and put 3 Regards with Blaze Maiden in their different card names to rest. Draw a card, choose one of your Vanguards, and until the end of turn it gets continuous Vanguard Circle. All your units in the front row gets power plus 10,000. So it's kind of like a setting off a Persona ride, and I feel like this could be very good with like Urza decks or things like that, because you can kind of just rest these in the back row, then your front row can kind of multi-attack without needing boosts and at least hitting like Vanguard numbers, right? It's actually making Blaze Maidens useful. But since this is resting different card name, different Blaze Maiden card names, the next start deck will also be focused apparently on Blaze Maidens. So this might work with that. We don't know, right? We don't know. It seems pretty nice being able to set up a continuous Persona ride kind of effect. Seems like there's a lot of possibilities there, at least for standard. The second one for Dark States. So when this unit is placed on the Regard Circle, if you have 5 or more cards in Soul, Counterblast 1, choose one of your opponent's front row Regards and retire it. So it's very average, I guess. You know, Counterblast 1, retire 1. Works in both Bruce, but more likely in Baron Magnus, just because, you know, you have a lot of Soul. But, you know, CB1, retire front row Regard, it's like very average card, I think. Then we have here, this is for Prison. So when this unit is placed on Regard Circle from hand, Soul Blast 1, imprison the top card of your opponent's deck as face up in your prison. Then if 2 or more of your opponent's cards are imprisoned in your prison, until the end of turn, this unit gets power plus 5. So it looks pretty good, but personally speaking, I'm not too sure. Right? So it will definitely get you a card in your prison, right? Your opponent can't really play around this, but you know what? Where are the slots, right? Where are the slots? And also you run the risk of imprisoning something actually very good for your opponent and them just popping it out, right? So I'm still kind of iffy on this. I mean, you've got your bug motors now that kind of solve your prison problem, but I guess this can kind of utilize your soul better and just kind of, you could technically mill them out, like mill them a bit further against Bruce. You know, getting extra cards off the top might be pretty decent, but you also run the risk of, like, you know, oh, I imprison like a Leonard or something really strong like a Fasado, and like, oh, thanks, bro. Thanks to that card, I was looking for that, and then you kind of goes downhill from there, right? So it's a bit of a 50-50. Next, we have, this is for Keta Sanctuary. So auto at the Regard Circle. At the end of the battle, when your drive check reveals a trigger unit, counterblast 1 and discard 2 cards from your hand and draw 2 cards. So you can always pretty much, this is like pretty much Hexa Orb, right? You can always get your drive checks to reveal a trigger unit. Usually it's not that hard. But then the effect itself is pretty garbaggio. Right, Counterblast 1 and discard 2 to hand filter. I mean, maybe you're digging for a Persona ride, but you're also counterblasting 1 to do it. Of course, Hexa Orb does have countercharge tools, but I don't know. It seems pretty lame. I mean, I expected a bit more, right? Right? Moving on, we have this doggo. This, I guess it's a Foxo actually for Stoicheia. So continuous back row Regard Circle. This unit gets power plus 10,000, and if you have 3 or less Regards, all your Regards in the same column as this unit cannot be chosen by your opponent's card effects. Okay, so if you have 3 or less Regards, really? That's kind of I don't know, man. I mean, okay, like 3 or less Regard. I think that's pretty. You're missing out on like two circles, right? Two circles. So you're making 4 attacks rather than like six attacks. But at the same time, like, I don't know. I feel that's a bit. I feel that restriction is a bit messy, right? Of course, like when you're not on your Persona Ride turn, you can only kind of make 4 or 5, depending if you have a Damainaru, right? But then this is kind of limited to you not Okay, I guess here's the thing. You could just not read the second part of that effect, right? This card pretty much just says this unit gets 10k if it's in the back row. So I guess if you look at it that way, that's pretty cool. But then it's fighting for grade 2 slots, and I feel like maybe there are other good grade 2 slots. I'm not sure. We'll let the Stoicheia guys figure that out, all right? And then next we have the Lyrical Monasterio one. So auto Regard Circle, when your other unit is placed on Vanguard Circle or Regard Circle, if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, Counterblast 1 until the end of turn, this unit gets power plus 5,000. Oh. It seems pretty bad. I'd say it seems pretty bad. I mean, it's not limited to once per turn. Yeah. But Counterblast 1 for a 5k is so exceptionally low value, it's insane. Alright, it's actually insane. So, pretty bad. So okay, honestly, a lot of these PRs don't seem that amazing, apart from maybe the Blaze Maiden one has a lot of potential, I think, but the rest just seem like you don't really need it, right? You don't really need it, so I think that's a good thing. That's what PRs should be, right? Moving on, we have Lyrical Monasterio Sentinels. Now, these are all the same effect, but with different names. So you can pick and play your favorite Sentinel, right? So here we got Ravina? What was the other one? It was a Determined Cheerfulness Saka, right? If you like this is the dragon one. You can see the dragon tail there. This is the soapy splash Ravina. This is a bunny girl. Okay. Soapy splash. All right. This is Diva of Refreshing Calm Christine. So this one looks like a mermaid, so traditional Bermuda, all right? And then here we've got Musical Committee Nicolene, all right? So this is an elf with glasses and braided twin tails. So it's hitting a lot of niches right there. This is maybe the assistant Seito Kaicho kind of one. And then, we've got the same one, or maybe they screwed up. So, okay, so I managed to grab the Japanese side up. This is the last one. This is the Dezel. All right, so she's an angel. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So these are all 5, looking pretty good, right? They're all rares as well, so pretty easy to get. And you know, 1 for each. Pretty much just, yeah, pick your favorite, right? Pick your favorite. Moving on. They did reveal the Overtrigger. So this is Mysterious Twins Romia and Rumia. And then when revealed as the additional effect is just basically, this is a traditional Overtrigger, by the way. You got the 50k shield. You know, no weird order shenanigans. It feels like they're limited. The weird order ones are limited to like the collab stuff. But yeah, when revealed as a trigger, you get 100 million, things like that. But then the additional effect is during this fight, you get, during your turn, all your regards get power plus 10,000. So yeah, for the whole fight, the rest of the fight, all your regards get plus power. And I think so far we've seen that Lyrical Monasterio it can make multi-attacks. So, those multi-attacks just got better. And I guess, here's the thing. It doesn't matter if you trigger this early or not. You do play rear guards, right? It's just like, as if you guys have phones. You do play rear guards, right? So, I feel like the 10k will just always be valuable. This is like actually a non-bad Overtrigger. It's actually a really good Overtrigger. And since Lyrical is like Bermuda in premium, things just got a bit more powerful. And there's kind of ways to put cards back into your deck, right? So, yeah. Nice. All right. There are other arts to this as well. That was a very clampy art, if we look at that. But you know, you can pick your favorite. This is Greatest Star Esperanza, right? So it's like a Macross girl, right? Macross. And then this one is Demonic Fever Garviera. This is you know, from FGO, the Lancer, can't remember the name. And then next we have Fantastic Fernail Katrina. All right, I guess that works. You know, Katrina, she's got cat ears, right? This is the thing. All right, and then we've got the angel one. There's always the angel one. Blessing Diva Grisaille. All right, so pick your favorite Overtrigger. You can only run one. You can only run one. Next we have is the Dimension Police. Now this is going to be the super hype stuff for V. V is the nostalgia. Surprisingly, a lot of people are really hyped up for V collection, I think, which is insane. Who would be saying that for V? The most hated, probably one of the most hated formats, but now it has slowly become everyone's most loved format. Maybe, right? So this is just the Healed Guardian. The effects don't change, they're the same for everything, but the art is going to be different. So this is Ultimate Salvation combination. Aid Ambulion. That's a convoluted name. So Ultimate Salvation combination Aid Ambulion. Are they going for like alliteration or something? Yeah, so it's just the similar effect, you know, when it's put on graveyard, not graveyard, put on the Guardian Circle from hand. If you didn't write a grade 3 or greater unit this fight, perform one of the following. Choose one of your Vanguards and it gets plus 10,000 instead of the turn, or choose one of your opponent's unit and it gets -2 critical into the end of battle, right? And then when placed on the Reguard Circle from hand, if your damage is, if your damage zone has no cards, put the top card of your deck into your damage zone. So, you know, kind of anti-damage deny and also just anti-rush, right? So pretty cool. And then now is the real deal. We've got Dimension Police reveals, right? A lot of people have been waiting for this. Yes. So first we've got Dimensional Robo Die Prop. So auto on the auto when this unit is placed on the Vanguard Circle, reveal a normal unit from your hand and put it on the bottom of your deck. Draw a card, and if you put a grade 3 for this cost, draw another card. So that's not bad. That's not bad. You know, if you, it's like a trade-in. It's like a trade-in, right? Put a grade 3, put it back to deck and draw 2. It's pretty good. You really want to ride this though. There's a Vanguard only effect. Second effect is act on the Rearguard Circle. That's pretty good. Soul Blast 1, choose one of your Vanguards and it gets power plus 5,000 to the end of turn for each force marker on your Vanguard Circle. All right, so if you have a lot of force markers, you know, a lot of force 1s, because you like to stack that, then sure, you get a bunch of 5Ks on top of that to make it even bigger. But you could also stack like force 2s, and to make up for the lack of power, you just play this Soul Blast 1 and get a bunch of power, and that kind of sorts it out, right? So maybe this is pretty good, right? Maybe it opens up both possibilities, right? Then the grade 2, we've seen this card before. It's Dimensional Robo Kaizard. So auto, when this unit is rode upon by a grade 3, discard a card from your hand, get an imaginary gift force, and put that marker on your Vanguard Circle. So generating extra markers is pretty nice. Second effect is Continuous Reguard Circle. When during your turn, if your Vanguard Circle has a force marker, this unit gets power 10,000. And if there are 3 or more markers, it gets power 10,000. So if you have, there's force marker, it becomes 20k. There's 3 or more force markers, it becomes 30k. Just by itself, free. So massive power lines already. I don't know, right? Like, ideally you're stacking force 1s on your Vanguard, but at the same time, if you put like a force 2 on a Reguard Circle with this guy, that's a 30k with a crit, right? So yeah, open the possibilities, right? And then lastly, we have the big kahunas. We got Super Dimensional Robo Daikaiser. So continuous Vanguard Circle effect. If this unit's power is 35,000 or greater, this unit gets critical +1. So straight up +1 crit. Second effect is auto on the Vanguard Circle or front row Reguard Circle. At the end of the battle, a grade 3 was revealed for your drive check. If your opponent called a total of 1 sentinel to the Guardian Circle for that battle, counterblast 1, choose one of your opponent's Vanguards and deal a damage. At the end of that turn, if this unit is on the Reguard Circle, put this unit into your soul. Right, so basically what this is saying, right? If you attack and they only call one sentinel to the Guardian Circle, right? They can call other things, right? I assume, but if they only called just 1 sentinel, right, you can deal 1 damage. However, if they call 2 sentinels, then they dodge the effect. So basically, it's kind of like the Vanguard 0 effect where you have to call multiple sentinels in order to guard the attack. Now they could just no guard it and just take damage, right? But if you have multiple of these on the field and they only call 1 sentinel, then all 3 of them can like counterblast 1 and ping 1 damage. So they could just get wrecked like that, right? So yeah, that is pretty darn good. pretty darn good. Of course, you know, if you don't check a Drake Grade 3, then life's bad, right? Life is bad. It also has another effect. It's not just 2 effects. When this unit is rode upon, call this unit to the front row rearguard circle and get an imaginary gift force and put that marker on your Vanguard circle. So here's the question. We could be super greedy and go force 2 with this guy and then use all your power gaining cards in Dimension Police to make this guy 3 crit, right? 3 crit. How cool is that? You can still hit those 35k thresholds pretty easily. You could spread the force markers around as well. You know, your side column hitting with crit is not bad. Other thing is also, if you guys don't recognize, is that if this guy's on the rearguard circle and you attack, right, and like, oh yeah, all right, call 2 nulls, then you like superior ride a great Dayusha, then that attacks again. This effect could actually proc. So, yeah, you know, that's it's pretty good. you could ping it, you know, right? They have to be way more careful on how they guard that. If they null that one, they will still take a damage if this guy's on the rearguard circle. So overall, like, this guy could be super annoying. You know, you could every turn just put one of this guy on the rearguard circle and make your opponent have a hard time guarding with sentinels. And then in premium, it's even premium. It's like even better, right? Things hit harder. Things hit harder. There's restanding vanguards. There's like 20 drive checks. I think it's a really good card. It's actually an amazing card for both premium and NV. And yeah, some people should be happy. Some people should be quite happy with this, right? So yeah, that should be good. Should be good. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think about all the cards revealed today, all the Overtriggers, all the V stuff. V is looking pretty hot. Just so you know, they're also releasing a card of the day for like a V collection every single day at 8 p.m. JP time. So tomorrow's will be Kagura apparently, but they'll go through all the clans like that as well. Yeah, should be cool. Should be good. Can't wait to see some of the reveals that we'll be getting. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of all the cards revealed today. If they're really crazy or not. If they're not crazy, if you want to just rant about how broken everything is, let us know too. And I'll see you guys in the next video, all right? Bye.